What up, y'all, and welcome to New Zealand here at Pukekohe Park Raceway for the 8th race of the 2023 NRSL Jerky Pro Truck Series season. We are basically at halfway here. This is race 8 of 15, so technically no halfway mark. I guess you could say we're halfway through the season at lap 11 to 12. That's about as close to halfway as we can get. So anyway, Adam Flickinger is on pole for the second time this year. It's the third pole of his Jerky Pro career, and it makes him the 12th driver to have reached that mark in series history. He's joined by Dale Johnson on his left. Row 2 is Reggie Fogelman and Dylan Ibrahimian. Row 3, Enzo Nareza and Brittany Turner. Row 4, Stephen Waters and Corey Riggs. And in row 5, rounding out the top 10, you got Jessica Strauss and Max Anderson. Let's go to helicopter view to show you guys the rest of the starting lineup. See Donovan Cage, Sam Young, Peter Onjak, James Ellison, all kind of starting towards the front, but in the danger zone. The danger zone here at Pukekohe Park Raceway, based on series race history, the danger zone is pretty much anywhere from first to last. The danger zone is the whole field. Jokes aside, typically we've seen the drivers in the top 10. Closer to the front you are, the better off you are. And then the drivers in the last 5 or 6 rows tend to get away scot-free here. You really don't want to start in the middle of the field, but sadly someone has to. So Adam looking for what would be his first win of the season. And first win for him in his Truck Series career since his rookie campaign back in 2019, I believe it was, where he got 2 wins. Now, lap 1's known as the chaos lap. So just how much chaos are we going to see here? Green flag is out. We're on the way at Pukekohe. Jessica Strauss going to waste no time, making it 3 wide through the first corner. Fogelman trying to push the issue on his teammate. Going to make it 3 wide for the leaders. Nareza's around behind them. Corey Riggs is destroyed. They're scattering through the grass. Dennis Moore's around. Sky Commons, Hunter Braxton's around. We got to go up to the hairpin. Colin Cropley's destroyed. They're still 3 wide for the lead. This is where a lot of damage can occur. You see Brittany Turner getting into Ibrahimian. Now Ibrahimian into Dale Johnson. See, the field's pretty scattered right now, so they're not really collecting each other. Oh, I might have spoke too soon. Pretty clean through the first section, man. Peter Onjak, though, lost a ton of track position, down from 18th. Oh, we got trouble. Dennis Moore's around. Sky Commons keeps it off the wall. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Oh, 92 of Zachary DeLello is upside down on the front straightaway. And that is not good. They're going to magically tow him away, but Sky Commons, Skylar Taylor involved in that as well. And so Nareza with more front end damage. Oh, and Brittany Turner's going to get turned into the outside guardrail. Same with Jessica Strauss. Jack James is involved. 24 of Ryan Brommer involved. Oh, and now Sam Young just got turned into Brommer. Brommer is up and over in the air. His day is over. Wow, the second lap, I think, was crazier than the first lap. Oh, what the heck? Gatlin Downey is upside down in the catch fence. Oh my goodness. Oh, we got some replays to look at. All right, so first off on lap number 1, Reza's on the right side of a 3 wide here, and he just overshoots the corner, gets in the grass. And he comes back on the track, and he just kind of spins himself off of Brittany Turner. Corey Riggs had nowhere to go, hits the 66, and just gets turned dead left into the tires, ending his race. Behind them, there was something else that happened with Colin Cropley. There it is. So Colin Cropley. Oh, wow. This was for practically last. David Dixon gets turned by Hunter Braxton and just door slams Cropley off the track into the grass, and he goes head on into tires, and that ends his day. So then everyone's scattering. You see Josh King getting spun around up there. Then Dennis Moore goes around. Braxton's around off teammate Nareza. Through all of this, Peter Onjak got really stacked up. Oh, and he got stuck in the grass behind Lucas Catano here. So that's what slowed him up ultimately. And then everyone went off towards the hairpin, and it was a relatively clean hairpin. Had a little contact from Brittany Turner here. But let's go forward to where the real carnage started. So this is where it all began. You got Brad Lewis and Dennis Moore racing here, and Moore just kind of cooks it on corner exit, tries to get too much, and he bounces off of Lewis and then gets turned by Sky Commons. And you see Commons and Jim Ganton, they're sliding, drifting it in the grass. Sky Commons does a little touch with his spoiler there, but then Skylar Taylor gets into Ganton, and then Ganton gets back into Commons. And this is where Nareza gets involved, DeLello gets involved, and DeLello just kind of gets pushed over. And a bit of a strange wreck. You see Peter Onjak and others just taking the signs out, doing their best to get through this. And that left DeLello upside down. So that was that. So we're going into the hairpin here. And you're going to see Gene Sanford's getting shoved in by Dale Johnson. And then Strauss kind of sticks her nose to the right of Brittany Turner as Turner slides left. So they are 4 wide with 3 wide behind them. So that's not a lot of room coming off a hairpin. And I don't think Turner knew she was still 3-4 wide here. And she just kind of came right into Jessica Strauss and then turned across the 54's nose. And then that gets Gene Sanford involved, Dale Johnson involved. See, Gene's going to... Oh, she hit the part of the wall where it turns. And then she kept going. But Ryan Brommer gets into Brittany Turner. Johnson and Strauss are practically out of the way. Jack James, James Ellison, they're just kind of driving into this. And then everyone gets straight. And Ryan Brommer, Daniel Brown turns Sam Young in the Brommer and flips him up and over. And then something happened here to Gatlin Downey. Let's back this up a click here. We'll just do this rough edit. No biggie. So then Downey was right behind this. Oh, Roberto Crown Jr. just turns him. Oh, no. That's not supposed to happen. I guess the wall decided that it wanted to save about 10 trucks from getting caught up in that stupidity. But that ends Gatlin's race. So with all the carnage said and done for now, Your top 5 right now is Adam Flickinger, Reggie Fogelman, Dylan Ibrahimian, Stephen Waters, and Pat Johnson. And you got Winnie Calhoun, Gene Sanford, we know has some damage, Donovan Cage, Cade Anderson, and Jack James is the top 10. Didn't cover it on the grid, so we'll cover it now. Past winners here at Pukekohe in the Truck Series. Philip Parker in 2017, Carter Friesen in 2020, Baranowskis in 2021 in controversial fashion, and then Hayes Green won last year. So we had rookie on the even years, but it's been Chevy domination here at this racetrack. Now the 21 truck has won here twice. Don't know if that's going to be possible for Jim Ganton to pull off today. He is 31st, 22 seconds back. But there are 2 other GMS racing trucks up here. You've got Fogelman and Flickinger. So one of them will look to continue the odd year dominance by the team, as the 21 won in 2017 and 2021. As Ibrahimian giving a little bumper to Fogelman there. Ibrahimian fresh off a win at Dubai, his first one of the year. Looking to go back-to-back on the international roadies and propel himself up the point standings. Coming into this race, Ibrahimian jumped up to 12th in the points. 53 back of points leader Peter Onjak, who's not doing too hot right now. Right now, Fogelman has cleared out in the race lead. Ibrahimian battling side by side with Adam Flickinger. Waters battling with Pat Johnson. And Winnie Calhoun and Gene Sanford have also joined the party. As Fogelman starts to drive away from the rest of the pack. Ooh, and a little bit of teammate bodying going on. Pat Johnson with heavy front-end damage after getting into the back at Ibrahimian. And, oh, man, Pat Johnson thinks it's too much damage to continue. They're going to bring it down to see what they can fix. Better than being in the way and getting dumped with all that front-end damage. So, something has occurred to Saden Davidson. Just, Saden here racing hard with Max Anderson, gets into the 88 and it shunts himself off the track and into the tires he went. And Saden's home race is over here. So tough break. I'm not remembering off the top of my head if he qualified in for Digital Storm this week. So we'll have to check back on that later. Reggie Fogelman's continuing to drive away. Adam Flickinger getting a little aggressive with Stephen Waters. Waters does not appreciate it. Into the left rear, and he turns Adam Flickinger around. Waters slows himself up in the process, but not appreciative of Adam Flickinger's driving there. It is the way of the hairpin here, but that doesn't mean that drivers are going to just lay over and take it. But that cost both of them a shot at maybe trying to find a way to close up to Reggie Fogelman. Waters now 5.5 seconds behind Adam Flickinger, 7.4 behind. And that takes him out of a shot to fight for second and third, leaving the battle between Ibrahimian, Calhoun, and Gene Sanford. So as Fogelman continues to drive away, by the way, Winnie Calhoun, another GMS racing truck. So 3 GMS racing trucks up here in the top 10. Let's take a run through the field here. More specifically, oh, that was dicey. Winnie Calhoun about got dumped. More specifically, let's take a look at our championship contenders. So Peter Onjak leads 7 points over Jack James, 16 over Ellison, 18 over Max Anderson, and then 31 over Jessica Strauss. So first we'll find Peter Onjak. He is currently running in 29th. Remember, his truck is clean, but he went off in the grass on the first lap and lost a ton of track time, ton of track position from starting 18th. So he is trying to move back forward, but he's got a lot of work to do, a lot of wounded ducks to get through. As the 19 of Chris Harvey just went off the racetrack from 22nd. That's another position for Peter. Jack James is second in the points. We know he is currently running in 9th. As he's got an opportunity to fight for some more positions. You see Kate Anderson going by Adam Flickinger for 6th, with Josh King right in front of Jack James. Roberto Crown Jr. just behind. James Ellison we've seen without the hood. He is on track running 34th, so hoping that OnJack doesn't get too many positions and they're able to minimize the damage here today. And we had Max Anderson and Jessica Strauss for the top 5. Anderson currently runs 19th. Jessica Strauss is just up the road in 15th. You see a beautiful 3-wide move by Benjamin Ice there. Trying to get by Strauss and Dale Johnson, who is not for position. Let's talk about some favorites here. You know, you got Sam Young currently in 18th place, trying to find a way to gain points. Lucas Catano just in front of him in 17th. Daniel Brown, 22nd on track right now, just trying to survive. Brown has had a terrible season so far. Luck-wise, he keeps qualifying up front, but he keeps finishing at the back. If Daniel's lucky here, he might be hoping to find a way to get a top 10, but I think he's going to need some pace on his side. You see OnJack now up to 25th. Pat Johnson down in 26th after pitting to take the hood off. Donovan Cage, man, his truck continues to show a lack of speed. I think they maybe should have brought him down pit road after he got damaged earlier on. He is down almost to, all the way down to 29th now and just continuing to go backwards. That truck just does not have speed right now. So Reggie Fogelman has driven up to Enzo Nareza. Enzo gonna be in the racing line a bit there. Oh, now he's really blocking him. Fogelman will get by. So now Fogelman coming into this race. Where is he in the points? He's actually doing pretty good. So Fogelman just had a great race at Dubai and jumped up to 7th in the standings. 41 points back of Peter OnJack. So this is big for him right now. If he can finish, if he can win this race, he's up 3.2 seconds. I don't know if he'll really see the tires fall off from him here. I mean, he's had a pretty good, he did pretty good at Dubai. So Fogelman could be in a great position to throw his name into the championship battle. He's got 1 top 5 and 4 top 10s on the season. And he's looking for what would be his first career Jerky Pro Truck Series win. He's got 2 top 5s to his name overall, along with, I'm trying to find him on the top 10 list. 5 top 10. So he got a top 5 that was also a top 10 somewhere last year. And he's had a much better sophomore year here in the Jerky Pro Truck Series with a top 5 and 4 top 10s so far. So this could be really big for Fogelman. I mean, we've seen GMS Racing starting to piece stuff together. Winnie Calhoun with the win at Talladega, also running in 2nd right now. As Fogelman leads, Fogelman would be looking for a win here as well. And Winnie Calhoun also came in. She had a great race at Dubai as well. And she sits 6th in the points, 38 points back of Peter OnJack. So Calhoun and Fogelman could be taking over as GMS Racing's lead drivers here, which is kind of surprising. You would have thought it would have been Adam Flickinger, but he is now down to 11th. I think his damage is really starting to kick in. And Adam has not had the best of years either, sitting 18th in the point standings. He's just got 1 top 5, 2 top 10s on the year. But the points, you know, they are really, really tight. Speaking of the rest of some of those key guys that we were talking about, Sam Young came in 10th in the points, 45 back. Donovan Cage 8th in the points, 43 back. So it's not going to be the day Cage wanted. And Sam Young is currently running in 18th, so an okay day. But with Peter Onjak in 24th, not going to gain a ton of points there. Same token, Donovan Cage, James Ellison trying not to lose a ton of points. As I believe the 92 is back on track. Is that right? Zachary DeLello is out here. This truck was upside down earlier, and he's going back down pit road. Oh, it looks like there was an incident. Looks like him and Kyler Anderson maybe with some front-end damage. Oh, that's a tough break for the rookie of the 3 truck. He was running in 11th place. And it was likely the old hairpin accordion effect. Well, let's see. Is Kyler going to keep going? We still have 37 trucks on the track. And yep, DeLello and Anderson both will get rid of the hoods and they'll get their butts back out on the racetrack. Now, DeLello is 3 laps down. Oh, and they came out right in front of Brad Lewis and Donovan Cage. So that's for position for Kyler. Ooh, Donovan's getting right into him. Kyler's got to warm the tires back up. You also got Ron Bishop, Archibald Buttersworth, Dennis Moore, James Ellison, all right here. They all seem to be forming up together, which Reggie Fogelman's probably hoping they are fast enough to where he doesn't have to worry about catching them. Just missed this happen a lap ago. Ibrahimian gets hard into the hairpin behind Wendy Calhoun and spins her out middle of the hairpin. And that costs her... Ooh, it almost cost her more. Stephen Waters about wrecked her too. But Calhoun able to keep it going straight once again. And she retains 4th place. That leaves Gene Sanford and Ibrahimian pretty much battling for second here unless they get caught by the 23 and the 16. Top 5 looks pretty set here, barring any unforeseen incidents. Cade Anderson 6th, Josh King 7th, with Roberto Crown Jr. 8th and Jack James 9th. Brittany Turner currently sits in 10th. Usman Hamid 11th, Hunter Braxton 12th. Adam Flickinger has Benjamin Ice put in a move on him. Lucas Catano up here as well. Sam Young 16th, Jessica Strauss 17th, Max Anderson is 18th. Peter Onjak 23rd. I think Peter can... It looks like he can get high enough, as high as 21st. If he gets by the 21 and the 17, he's going to need some drivers to pit in front of him from hairpin damage if he wants to get any higher than that. Daniel Brown still motoring about. He is now 26th, so he has lost a couple positions. Chris Harvey's been driving up through the field a little bit since he spun out. See a bunch of damaged trucks just in a line here. So Fogelman's still by himself. As now Wendy Calhoun and Stephen Waters have caught back up to Gene Sanford and Delon Ibrahimian. So the battle is going to be on here for second place. Cade Anderson and Josh King are just in the distance. So it could be a good battle here for the runner-up position. Reggie Fogelman has caught up to Donovan Cage. Enzo Nareza has been down pit road for a couple of laps now, dropping him to 36th. He might go down to 37th here. Fogelman all over Donovan Cage. Just don't wreck yourself if you're going to wreck the 6 here. Fogelman will move out at the start-finish line. That'll put Cage a lap down. 2 laps to go here. From Pukekohe Park Raceway. Has not been as much of a chaos race as in years past, which isn't a bad thing necessarily. Still have seen a bunch of beating and banging. Ibrahimian looks like he's got a decent gap for second right now to Gene Sanford, with Winnie Calhoun fourth and Stephen Waters in fifth. Waters all over the bumper of Calhoun. This is, remember, fifth to fourth is another 3 points. As now Gene Sanford starting to pull away from the 23 as well. Looks like they might catch Donovan Cage. Battle is on for 10th right now. Usman Hamid currently holds it. I'm not sure if Hunter Braxton or Benjamin Ice are going to be able to maybe make a move for it. But up ahead, history going to be made for this young driver. 25 of Reggie Fogelman. GMS Racing will get their 3rd win here at Pukekohe Park. Keep Chevy undefeated here in the Jerky Pro Truck Series. And coming to the start-finish line, it'll be Reggie Fogelman winning at Pukekohe Park Raceway for his first career Jerky Pro Truck Series win. Ibrahimian will come home second. Gene Sanford third. Winnie Calhoun fourth, and Stephen Waters the top 5 in 5th. Cade Anderson, Josh King, Roberto Crown Jr., Jack James, and Usman Hamid round out the top 10. Benjamin Ice 12th, Sam Young 14th, Adam Flickinger 16th. Peter Onjak, 22nd. James Ellison, 30th. Donovan Cage, 34th. Excuse me. The notables here today. Here come your official race results and point standings. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for the Digital Storm Cup Series.